Okay, good morning guys. Let's plan a trade here in Apple. So we all know Apple's been the big mama as of late, crazy strong, and it just continues to make nice moves here. So moving forward, Apple's got to be on your focus list. If you're an intraday trader, if you're a swing trader, you got to be focusing on Apple right now. It's where the big money continues to go for the time being. So heading into this morning, guys, we got a nice move here. We got a gap as of right now into the open above the previous all-time high and above Tuesday's level of resistance. So this is great for somebody like me who got some calls there on Tuesday, and those calls are going to be in the money with this gap here this morning. However, it as of right now still offers an opportunity for you guys even if you aren't in the trade. So when we're planning a trade, there's a few key things you want to focus on. Those are the things we're going to focus on quickly in this video. How do you really plan a trade like a pro? So the first thing, guys, right, what are we gapping for here this morning? If we take a look at the news, a little bit of news for Apple. Might not be the biggest deal, but they made a deal here, a licensing agreement with a company called Imagination Technologies. Under the agreement, the iPhone maker will gain access to a broader range of Imagination's intellectual property in exchange for license fees. So is this the reason Apple's gapping up? Who the hell knows? We'll see if we get more news heading into the open. But regardless, right, we're gapping up here this morning. It's a strong name. It's making another all-time high. But the beauty is that it hasn't made its full ATR yet. All right, so ATR average true range. It's the average move a stock has been making over the past 2 weeks, up or down. For Apple right now, guys, it's about $4 and change. So based on Tuesday's close, an average move to the upside this morning, or in today's session, would be a move up towards 298. Average move to the downside would be a move towards 288. So though we're gapping, the stock, at least in the pre-market session here, hasn't made its full ATR. It hasn't made that full average move that we should be looking to play up towards 298. So if we don't do that, right, if we can just kind of chill here before the open and it hasn't made that full move, for those of you guys who aren't in the name yet, you may have an opportunity here. So take a look at a few notes on Apple, right? All right, set to open above previous all-time high / Tuesday's resistance level. My 292.5 calls are going to be in the money. However, this setup could offer an opportunity. So the idea here, guys, is to look for an opportunity in Apple to go long above that previous all-time high, above Tuesday's level of resistance. So what we're looking for here, other than a move up towards 298, we're looking for resistance to now become support. This previous all-time high, you can see it gave the stock some trouble here on Tuesday. Now that we've gapped above this level, we're looking for that prior level of resistance to now become a level of support. This is where, being able to read the tape and read the level 2 really becomes helpful. But nonetheless, guys, as a basic trade idea, we're gapping above an all-time high. If we can get some kind of dip or pull back into the open or sometime this morning, if the tape confirms strong buyers above that previous all-time high level, that's when you could consider an entry. But the whole key here, right, which I wrote down here, is where are we wrong? Should Apple drop hard below that previous all-time high, you got to get out of that trade. We're looking for prior resistance to turn into support, and we're looking for a move up towards 298. That's the full ATR. So that's the other important level, is that 298 level. If this thing can begin to move, guys, towards its full ATR, the average move you should expect it to make, that's the meat of the move, right? That's a high probability move we're looking to capture. At that point, you want to get out. Could the stock continue to run, right, and you theoretically leave money on the table? Absolutely. However, majority of the time, what's a stock going to do? It's going to run its full ATR. So if we look at NVIDIA here on Friday, this is a great trade for me in the Focus Trades group. About a 60% return in about 3 minutes here, guys. We are playing this key level of support as NVIDIA had some upgrades heading into Tuesday morning session. Dipped a bit below support. The tape confirmed the buyer stepping in. It began to make a move. At 9:33, guys, I'm taking an entry and some calls. At 9:36, just 3 minutes later, I'm getting rid of them. Why did I choose to get rid of them? Because they were making a move towards NVIDIA's full ATR. The expected move to the upside that day, based upon what NVIDIA's been doing over the past 2 weeks, was a move towards 296. As I catch this early rip and as it quickly approaches that full move, that's all I'm looking for. And with options, guys, especially weeklies, and you get a good entry, the full ATR move is more than enough, right? I didn't really catch the top necessarily, but I took profits into strength. So with Apple, Same thought process there. If you can catch a good entry, right, and it begins to work in your favor, look to be taking profits underneath 298. That's the average move. That's what we're looking for, guys. If you can catch the full ATR a few times a week of any one of these names, it's going to be more than enough money in the long run. So that's what we can focus on. Breaking previous all-time highs. We've identified the ATR to the top and to the bottom. We have identified the key level that we're focusing on as far as support. And the last thing we should talk about is which options should you look to trade. Based upon this game plan, you're looking for a move towards 298. So especially if you're going to be trading the weekly expiration options, which got 2 days of life to those bad boys, you shouldn't be buying calls that are further out the money than 298. Right? You want to be able to buy calls, guys, that by the time you're taking your exit are either just at the money or even somewhat in the money. That's when you're going to catch a nice meaty return. As we get close to expiration, as we get close to Friday, those ones that expire in a day or two, they can be a bit lame, they can be a bit volatile. So those are all the important details. The thought process behind it, potentially, right? We don't know all that much yet, but potentially a news catalyst behind it. It's been super strong as of late. We have got the key levels we got to focus on as far as where we're looking to take profits, where are we wrong, what is the key level we want to see the stock hold above. We got all the important details mapped out. This is what you guys, especially those of you in the Focus Trades group, Chandler and I are going to hold you accountable to be doing these kinds of things this year. On your own, before the open, after the close, this is the kind of preparation. This is the kind of preparation that led to the trade like NVIDIA. For those of you guys in the group, girls in the group, we talked about that trade, the whole idea behind it all morning. What was key support? Where was the ATR? What was the catalyst behind it? What were we looking for as far as a move? Where were we looking to take profits? Right? And it was a perfect trade. If you held on for more than the ATR, it came right back against you. So putting aside the gap up there today, this is that was a day trade. So I wish you guys the best of luck this morning. If you're not in the group yet, click the link in the description, and I look forward to seeing you in the Focus Trades family and team. I'll see you guys in about an hour for the morning live stream.